Here we have a 2017 on a 67 registration, Yutong TC9, 35-seat midi coach. So, this registration rings a bell. However, when I've got inside, I don't recall ever selling one of these with that interior, so I'm a bit flummoxed. I may have sold it, I may not have sold it, I'm not sure. I think when you've sold, do you know, I've sold over 1,000 vehicles since we started trading. You tend to lose track. Anyway, we are on the outskirts of High Wycombe at Sprinters Travel. We're actually on Wycombe Airfield, so you may hear the odd helicopter or light aircraft taking off behind us. I love this colour. With the little black bits, it makes these things look so classy. I think the thing that lets it all down when you have all classic coats like that is like cheap wheel trims. But listen, go and buy a set of Euroliners. You can even buy little alloys for these now, if it bothers you that much. That's me being me. Other than that, she's lovely. There's the odd little minor scuff, but to be honest, a good bit of a power polish and it'll all come up, to be fair. So offside's looking pretty good. Rear power operated continental door. There's always a bit of rubbish when you open the door, isn't there? Under the bonnet, Euro 6 Cummins engine. That's powered through ZF Ecolife fully automatic gearbox. There's a reverse camera fitted as well and working. Back down the near side, similar story. Looking fine. That's the worst of it there. And as I said, get a good power polish, and a lot of that'll polish out. I mean, I think there's a little bit maybe through. Yeah, I think that's maybe through, but all that there will polish up, to be honest. Parallel opening lockers with a reasonable amount of luggage space. Listen, 35 big cases, it's not happening. But sensible luggage, you'll get it on. But in fairness, if you're on any form of a tour, you don't want 35 on one of these. You want like 22 or something, so they're not too sort of cramped in. But the luggage is there. As we jump on board, I've never seen this interior in a little TC before, but we've got 35 reclining seats with 3-point seat belts. They're trimmed in this two-tone full leather trim, and it's soft leather as well, you know, that really soft to the touch leather. So I've got to be honest, I think this is the best interior I've seen in one of these. The one I hate is that champagne coloured leather, because it just looks old within months. This looks fresh and it looks corporate, especially with the grey curtains. Sideways movement to the seat as well. Seats are all in good order. No issues there. You have got USB connectors at every seat. Also throughout the coach there's a number of 240 volt sockets. Trace to the seat backs, there's about 8 missing, and I'll tell you why they haven't been replaced. These things break for fun. Okay, you're constantly replacing them. So it's up to you. If you want to replace them, you can. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. Same with magazine nets. You know, there's a lot of them that aren't there anymore. Pennies. We're talking pennies, aren't we? We're fully air conditioned, and it works because I've turned it on, and when I got in this it was like an oven, and it's nice and cool now. Listen, it's still not perfect, but it's cool. We're wired for DVD. We've got one power operated drop down monitor at the front. If you forgot what make a bus it is, it just tells you there. Even the driver's seat, the first thing to wear on these is that driver's seat, but even that's in good condition. Dash is all in good order. It's a well thought out, well laid out dashboard on these TC9s. Everything's at the driver's fingertips. It's done just over 300,000 kilometres, so it's not battered with mileage. It's got lane departure warning, automated emergency braking system, and adaptive cruise control. There is a fridge in the dashboard, and with every TC9 you get your own ironing board, which actually doubles up as a courier seat, which is convenient. But yeah, if your shirt's a bit creased, whack it on that, get the iron on, it'll be sorted in no time. But honestly, I think, you know what, you could throw 2 or 3 tables in this and it'd look the dogs. You know, corporate colour, You know, graphite metallic, corporate two-tone leather interior, very muted neutral tones. Yeah, a couple of tables in here. And you've got a little corporate coach, haven't you? Just sort of, you know, giving those in the corporate market food for thought. So, to recap, we don't know whether we sold it before or we haven't. I'm sure I'll find out when I start HPIing, because it'll come up on my file when I type the reg in. However, whether we've sold it before or not, we're selling it now. It's a 2017 on a 67 registration Yutong TC9 35 seat coach.